One, two, check. One, two, check. Check, 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 check. One, two, check. Two, check, check.
Hello. Can you hear me? My name is Cliff Cash, and I'm a stand-up comedian. I don't really want to be here, and I know you don't either. I missed my autistic 7-year-old stepson's school dance last night, and I thought about how shitty that felt. And I thought, you know, I just missed it because I'm gone for a couple days fighting against oligarchy and fascism. A lot of times I miss those special days and nights because I'm gone just performing stand-up comedy. And honestly, even though I miss my family and I lament missing those special days and nights, I thought of all of you. I thought of all the days and nights that our brave military veterans were away from their families, doing something much more noble and virtuous than telling poop jokes on stage. You were away from your families for days and nights and months and years. You lost your friends. You lost legs and arms. You lost so much. You gave so much. And now a 5-time draft-dodging Russian asset is cutting your health care? And a third of the country is pulling for it. We're going to get this thing started in about a half hour, but I wanted to thank you for being here. I wanted to thank you for your service throughout all of it, and I wanted to thank you for your bravery here today. It means the world to all of us that organized it. And by ourselves, each of us is a drop of water. Together, we are a flood. And flood is what we need to do. Thank you for being here. We're starting soon, and we're going to start some chants right now. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Cliff. Good afternoon, D.C. Let's do it again, louder. Good afternoon, D.C. We are one. We are going to stand together for this. We are going to stand for our nation, for our citizens, for our neighbors, for each other, because that's what we do, because we are in America. I want to have an idea. I want to hear, cheer for me if you are from Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia. Amazing, amazing. Cheer for me if you are from the southern part of the United States. My word. Cheer for me if you are from the Northeast. Now cheer for me if you are from the West. Hey, people in the West, cheer for me a little louder. We want to make you a little bigger here. Amazing, amazing. Do you know what this tells me? We are here together. Every single one of us. Just like in the history books. Here's the thing. Many people in the history books did this. I was born without really having to do a lot of this. We've been pretty okay for a while, for the most part. We have our flaws. It's our turn. It's our turn. It's our turn, and we are going to do it. We're going to stand together every single day until we have our country back. We're going to take our country back, whatever it takes, peacefully, solidly. Because you know what I know? There are more of us than there are of them. We are one. Let's hear it. We are one. We are one. We are one together. We're going to take our country back together. Thank you. We are one from the North. Raise it for the North. We are one from the South. We are one from the East. And we are one from the West. We are the United States of America, and no one, Orange, no one, Elon, no one, anyone is ever going to divide us. What? USA, USA. The Constitution, who's heard of it? Who honors it? Who lives by that law? We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain, establish this Constitution for the United States of America, we the people. We the people as one. We're going to do this. We're going to do this together. I am loving these signs. I'm loving them. Listen, I'll tell you what, I'm not creative like that. I'm impressed, not gonna lie. What's that? Okay, let's do it. Here's the thing. I want to know anybody who protested in the 70s, 60s, and 80s. I want you to cheer. Back then, you took your country. That's right. You did. I will, for everyone my age and younger, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for what you did back then. I want to thank you for what you're doing today. Everybody else, let's raise a hand, let's raise a glass, let's raise a cheer for our seniors who are here. Amazing. Amazing. I got you, man. I'm coming right for you next. Thank you. Thank you to our seniors who are showing up yet again. And thank you for everyone else. I want everyone else who is not a senior to cheer for uniting with the people who brought us what we already have. Let's give a cheer for the younger people who are here, maybe for the first time, maybe not, but who already owe a lot of indebted gratitude to our seniors. Amazing. I want to ask you guys, where are our veterans? Amazing. A debt of gratitude to you, who's active duty maybe, I'm not sure, actively in the military right now. Anybody who has signed that paper to commit your time, your blood, your sweat, your energy, your heart to our armed forces to protect our nation? My God, thank you. Let's give everybody who has ever done that a hand. Let's give them a cheer. Thank you for showing up again. Let's keep it going one more time for the veterans.
They're gonna roll a clip.
History has taught us what to do. Our elders showed us the price of peacefulness and that the cost of freedom was never really free. They taught us how to rise, to rally, to resist, and to remain. They taught us how to stand, how to stay, and how to stifle injustice and inequality just in case this fight ever came up again. And now, here we are. A disqualified president, a criminal administration, a compromised election, and the unelected dictating our future. They have taken our rights, they have taken our choices, and they have taken our freedoms. But they cannot take our power, because democracy thrives on the will of its people. We, the people, so it is up to us to take it back. But it's going to take all of us, from sea to shining sea, all of us, regardless of race, gender, background, religion, orientation, or party, all of us, because there's just something that works, something that wins, something that changes things, and millions of us come together, one nation, indivisible, standing and demanding freedom. This is who we are. We will not be silent. We will not be erased. We will not turn back, and we will not back down, because this is who we are. Nothing has stopped us before. So America, family, what can stop us now? Because now may be all we've got left. This is who we are. This is who we are.
All right, everybody, we've got a video that we made the first time this group came to D.C., nowmarch.org and 14th Now. We came January 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And our goal at that time was to say to Congress, this guy is disqualified under the 14th Amendment, Article 3. There's no gray area. There's no question mark. We are governed by the United States Constitution, and the 14th Amendment, Article 3 says an insurrectionist cannot hold any office, let alone the highest office in the land. So we came January 4th and 5th to plead with Congress and to plead with the American people to demand that be honored. And unfortunately, on January 6th, not one member of Congress in either party had the vertebra in their back to even speak on it, to even say, But we want to show, I know you can't all see it, it's a big crowd, but those of you that can, we're going to put this up on the screens. And this is a video montage of that weekend. So please enjoy it.
When he takes the oath, whether with his fingers crossed or otherwise, it will be something that the Constitution says he is not qualified to do.
The reason I'm here today is because I believe Donald Trump is an illegitimate president, should never be allowed to be put into office again. I am the oldest brother of Officer Brian Sicknick of the United States Capitol Police, who was killed in the line of duty due to injuries he received while protecting the Capitol and all within it during Trump's insurrection on January 6th. My brother was not the only one who died as a result of Trump's actions that day. Other officers who were there and died at their own hand later on were officers Gunther Hashida, Kyle DeFreitag, Howard Liebengood, and Jeffrey Smith, all who took their own lives in days following the attack. No doubt despondent over the ferocity of the attack by fellow citizens, followed by the utter lack of action by those in power to do anything about holding those who engineered and executed the January 6th insurrection responsible for their actions.
All gather here today for the same reason, to demand that Congress uphold the 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution, specifically Section 3, that states that an insurrectionist cannot be president. And if you have any doubt that this guy is an insurrectionist, you should come out of the cave that you live in and get a supercomputer in your pocket like we all have, because all the information's out there and it's undeniable.
Tell me, how, I'm going to say it in the how, are we going to take the president-elect is going to take the oath on the 20th when he has dishonored it?
If there's one group who can say this, it's Congress.
Yep. Yes.
And if there's another group who can say this, it's us.
Yes.
We're here because Merrick Garland is a coward. Yes. We're here because Christopher Wray is a coward.
Yes.
We're here because the Democratic Party establishment is filled with cowards.
Come on.
None of this is normal. Everything that's happening in the United States of America, before the eyes of the world, before our allies, before the men and women in Ukraine who are fighting against fascism, the same fascism that openly backs Trump and MAGA Mike Johnson and the entire MAGA movement are watching this and going, what the hell happened in the United States of America?
I became a citizen of the United States only 2 months ago. I swore an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution from enemies, domestic and foreign. And this is the crisis I've been called to come and talk about now.
I just wanted to say to the American people that if you voted for Trump, we don't think you're a bad person. We know that Amendment 14.3 says that insurrectionists or people that have engaged in insurrection are not qualified to serve in any official office. Ask yourself, Americans, whether or not you stand for fellow Americans, your family, or for Trump and the ruling class.
What makes America bold, what makes America brave, what makes America a blessing, what makes America beautiful is you. What makes America beautiful is this. What makes America beautiful is us. It is us. It is us. It has always been us, and it will always be us that makes America beautiful.
I'm a veteran, and I've been unable to sleep since 2015 because I never thought America would get to the point where they were idolizing a criminal, a rapist, an insurrectionist, and wanted him to take over the highest office in the country.
How did you come to this event? How did you hear about this event?
I was just going through the YouTube, and I heard Jessica speak, and I said, my goodness, somebody is taking some action. I want to get involved. I work worked for the federal government. I was in the Air Force. My husband was in the Air Force. And I saw the sacrifices that we made in the United States country a lot. And I had to get involved in it. So when she came on, I said, yes, I want to join the movement.
We will never get this moment back. In 2 days, our lawmakers will decide not just the future of this country, but the future of the free world. They have the tools, the legal mechanism, not only the ability, but the obligation to stop an illegal presidency from destroying centuries of sacrifices for freedom. The only question is, do they have the courage? If we pass this unthinkable threshold into fascism, generations will look back to this very moment to see if they did.
Thank you. And now, everyone, we are honored to have a retired Army drill sergeant here to walk us through safe protest instruction. Please make some noise, show some appreciation for Cherie.
Please bear with my service dog. I am a disabled veteran and she is still in training. And yes, this is one of our VA benefits. Where are my veterans? I promise this will not be death by PowerPoint, and I know that it goes against everything that we've been told to stand on the grass, but bear with it. This protest is not just today, it's all weekend long. Please remember, there will likely be people out here that are going to try to engage with us. Closer. No, we do not want that. This is a peaceful protest this weekend. There is nothing they would like more than to get us to react. We have the Speaker of the House claiming that we're paid protesters. Do not give in. Do not play into their narrative. Civil disobedience has its place, but that is not right now and today. Do not block entryways. Do not block sidewalks. We're showing them how it's done. Do not get destructive. We want to leave this place better than we found it. Leave no trace. Please be mindful when you are taking pictures. This is an amazing day. You all look amazing out there. But remember, there are people here that do not want their faces to be shown. Be respectful of them. All right? Be cautious of the metadata on your phone. All right. Last but not least, fuck Trump.
Let her hear it, everybody. Especially that last part. Last time, yeah, that's all right. Let it out. Fine with me. Or be like Melania and don't fuck Trump. Either way. Sorry to make you sign language that. Last time I came to D.C., I wore a suit and tie. I just figured that's what people do in D.C., when in Rome, that kind of thing. I'll wear a suit and tie. I'll try to look respectable. I'll try and be taken seriously. And in that time, since I spoke last on January 3rd, I've thought a lot in the past couple weeks about what I might wear today. Should I get a different suit? I only have one. Maybe I'll just change the tie. And the other night I was laying in bed with my lady, and she asked me, and it was one of the most embarrassing days I've ever experienced in United States history. The day she asked me, "What do you think you might wear when you go to D.C.?" And I decided not to wear a suit today. Today I decided to dress like somebody that I do admire. A man named Volodymyr Zelensky. And I would like to formally invite J.D. Vance in his eyeliner, in that diaper-wearing douchebag with the orange makeup on his fat elderly face, to come down and ask me about my outfit. We made a promise to Ukraine in 1994 as a country, as a people, as a democracy. If you go through nuclear disarmament, we will protect you. We made that promise in 1994, and we renewed it multiple times. On that day and since, we have betrayed that promise to a democracy. We have turned our back on every other democracy on this planet to side with Russia and North Korea and Iran. And anyone who thinks that is patriotism is one of the most intellectually simple people that have lived in world history. There is nothing patriotic about that. There is nothing tough about that. And if you're wondering why it might have happened, let me tell you. And it's not hyperbole, and it's not exaggeration, and it's not melodrama. Donald Trump is a Russian asset. And that did not happen overnight. It didn't happen last year. It didn't just happen at the beginning of the last election. Donald Trump has been investigated for all types of ties to Russia going back to the 80s. When he talked about purchasing the Fontainebleau Hotel in Miami. Now, you may have know that because it's in mafia movies. It is a mafia hangout in Miami. He wanted to own that because he admires criminals, and he's always wanted to be one. He laundered money for those people, and then he went on to launder it for Russians. When he lost his ass the 1 millionth time, when he lost money on the biggest scale, the Russians stepped in, and they formed for him a branding company. Because everybody needs a Trump steak, right? Trump neckties, Trump water, Trump wine, Trump vodka, Trump shuttles, Trump casinos, Trump mortgage, Trump airline, Trump entertainment, Trump university, Trump fighting league, all these other things. I probably left out a dozen of them. They all failed. That branding company started for him by the Russians with a CEO named Felix Sater. I encourage you to Google Felix Sater, because if you do, the first line that pops up is, Felix Sater is a Russian criminal. That is Donald Trump's longest standing business partner. I can't cover all the Russia connections because there are too many, but I have formed a website called DonaldLovesVladimir.com. I encourage you to go there if for no other reason than you need to learn this information because you need to be able to talk about it. You need to know the truth better than these other people have memorized their lies. Because the progressive people, the left of center, or even just the pro-democracy crowd in this country, we are still playing by the rules. If this was basketball, we are trying not to double dribble and not to foul and not to travel. And they are running down the court with nunchucks in both hands, shitting everywhere. You cannot beat lawless people with laws. You cannot beat people with rules who do not and have not ever followed rules. Moving forward from Felix Sater, let's fast forward a long way to 2015. Donald Trump hired as his lead campaign advisor a man named Paul Manafort, a criminal political mercenary named Paul Manafort, a man with zero morals, zero ethics, zero character, and zero integrity, a man who will do anything for a dime for any country that asks him. Paul Manafort's last job, right before working for Donald Trump, was to get a Russian asset elected in Ukraine. Viktor Yanukovych was the president of Ukraine. He extorted people. He bribed people. He stole. He embezzled. He spent money on lavish nonsense. It took a little while for the people of Ukraine to realize that he was a Russian asset, but when they did, they ran him out of office. And what Russia thought was going to be a 3-day takeover because they had an asset in the presidency has become a 3-year battle that they have still yet to win. Russia is not as strong as they pretend to be. Any American that wants to be like Russia is intellectually simple, and that's the nicest way I can think of to say it. Russia has a 10% or more inflation, if they're even telling the truth about that. They make nothing in their country. They produce nothing but war and chaos and disinformation. When's the last time you had some Russian wine or drove a Russian car? Never. Vladimir Putin is probably the most sinister dictator on planet Earth today. He's not your friend. He's not coming to your birthday party at the bowling alley. He is your enemy. He wants to destroy this country, and it's his biggest dream and goal. Paul Manafort helped this Russian asset get elected in Ukraine. His very next job after that was to help a Russian asset get elected in the United States of America. And he did it for free. Paul Manafort took that position for zero pay despite owing Oleg Deripaska $60 million. I've been saying this literally for years. I'm not a scholar. I'm not a political scientist. I'm a stand-up comic. I'm a layman. I'm an ordinary guy. I just happen to have a supercomputer in my pocket, and so does everybody else in this country. This information is not hard to find. It's obvious, and it couldn't be more clear. He is a Russian asset, and it's never been more clear than now when we're seeing American foreign policy unfold as if Vladimir Putin wrote it himself, because he did. Donald Trump is not just an insurrectionist. He's a traitor to this country. He is actively creating treason from our White House. Our next speaker is coming to us from John Bonifaz. He's the president of Free Speech for People, a constitutional scholar, president of Free Speech of People, and he joins us by video if you'll check out these screens.
My name's John Bonifaz. I'm a constitutional attorney